Okay. Happy Monday. Thanks, Ellen. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here we are in Florida waiting for another hurricane. It happens that way sometimes. So, happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hi. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's been really wonderful. My husband and I snuck away for a cruise on Royal Caribbean. We took 3 or 4 days away and came back on Friday. And my younger son came home from college for the weekend to spend some time and go to the Metallica concert down in Fort Lauderdale with his girlfriend. So it's been such a nice weekend to have the kids in and out and to get a little R&R for my husband and I. We've had a blast. So I am so excited to be with you. Here we are wishing you full moon blessings. This is a beaver moon. Okay. Not really sure what to say about that, but it is also the last eclipse for the season. And what's really important about this is that we know eclipses make things more intense. Eclipses make things more, it's like putting a magnifying glass on everything or turning the volume up. So we have, this is the last full moon, and we are in the season of it. We're in the energy of it. So we're going to have the full moon. I don't know if you saw it last night. It was really beautiful. We'll have the eclipse will be today, and then we'll be in that full moon energy for the next 2 days. So really until Wednesday. So this is we're in the sign of Sagittarius. Where the eclipse is taking place in the sign of Taurus. Right now, this is all associated with money, and it's also associated with quick change. So right now, if there are things that you have been wanting to change, and we always talk about, looking at where we want to go, what we want to manifest in the moon cycle, and we know that the energy is going to come up to the peak as we get to the full moon. And this is that time, if you think about it like that Ferris wheel, right? We come up to the top, and this is that time for us to look around and say, okay, really, where am I going? What do I want to be doing with this? And how do I what can I release that's not serving me? And this is a really important time where we are making some decisions about money, about how money flows into us, and about how money releases, like how money flows away from us, right? Are you the kind of person that you get money in your hand and it just goes away? Are you the kind of person that has a plan for your money? Are you the kind of person that has money comes in and you hold on to it because you're afraid you're not going to get it anymore? This is a really important window for us to look at our views and our beliefs around money. I have had a money mantra that I have used for years that has served me well. And I think that this is such an important time, and it's such an important conversation, especially with inflation, with the holidays coming, that really today and tomorrow is really important that we are taking some time to look at our money views. And so for me, I have said for years, I have a fabulous forecast of my financial future. Money flows to me easily and often, and I know exactly where it needs to go and what blessings it will bring for me and my family. And it is a mantra that I have said for years and years. Money flows to me easily and often. I have a fabulous financial plan and forecast for my financial future, my family's financial future. A lot of tongue twists. And I know exactly when money comes in, where it is going to be able to do the best good for me and my family, where it's meant to go, and as well as blessing others. It's really important that we're not stingy with our money, and it's not ever about judgment, because I know well the days of searching the couch cushions for money to pay the bills and hoping, that we could stretch that money somehow. But even in that time, even if it was $5 or $1 that I would give to a charity of my choice or to a person on the street, I always carried, a box of granola bars in my car when we lived. I still do it now, but when we lived in Los Angeles, and even like I said, I still do it now. A lot of times at the grocery stores, those granola bars would be like, buy one get one free, and it's like, okay, great. So the free one would go in my car, and so whenever I would meet somebody, somebody with a sign on the corner, I would give them a granola bar. It's not a lot, but it was something that I could do, and I still do it. I'm grateful to be able to make bigger donations or a lot of smaller donations to a lot more organizations, but there's something about giving to somebody else that changes our energy about money. When we are like this about money, we stifle the flow. It's like having a garden hose and you pinch it off to stop the flow of the water. It's the same thing with money energy. And so this full moon is about money energy. And so I really encourage you to take some time and feel about money. One of the best things I ever learned about thinking about money that just completely shifted my thinking about money is having money be like a romantic relationship. I love money. I am so thrilled when it comes in and it brings me presents, or it, blesses my family, or when it allows me to bless others. What a nice boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever romantic partner this money is, that I can go and do this. And it's such a, hi Jenny, what a wonderful thing to see your name pop up. Changing my view around money, instead of being something that I dreaded because I never had it, or there was never enough, and it was always frustrating and aggravating, and I was pulling my hair out, and how am I going to make this work? Changing my relationship with money has been a life-changing enterprise. To really think about money as this give and take relationship. Money is like a romantic partner. We have trust, we have communication. I am grateful when money comes. I am grateful when I have the opportunity to use money to bless others, even if that is sending money to the electrical bill. When I write the bill and I'm like, thank you very much for keeping the lights on and the heat on and the air conditioning here in Florida, and I am very grateful, and here is a check, and I write it happily. And it wasn't always that way. For a long time, I'd be like, oh, Lord, please don't bounce, please don't bounce. And I write the check and just like pray, this check comes in, this check goes out. And I'm sure you all have some experience with that kind of a shell game. But changing my experience and my attitude about money has made such an enormous change in my life. And this is, going back years already, to really thank the vendors and the utility companies and the boys who mow my lawn and the people who, stock the shelves at the grocery store, whatever it was, to really stay in that place of gratitude. And I'll remember that this came in, this is how long ago this goes back. I'm a huge Jenna Elfman fan, and I really enjoyed watching the show Dharma and Greg when it was on way back, like in the 90s. And I remember one day, aside from the time that it was spring and Dharma planted grass in their living room because it was spring. My husband loves to talk about that. But she would include glitter, and she would kiss the checks, or she would put in sprinkles of confetti in when she would pay the bill. And this was way long before you could pay anything online. And so she would write the check and she would put it in the envelope, and she would put glitter or confetti or whatever it was that she was putting into the envelope. And she would put it in there because she wanted the person who opened the envelope on the other side to know that she was grateful for their job and for the work that they did that helped her have this utility. And often on the back of the check, she would write little notes to them, or she would include notes to them thanking them for electricity or the phone or whatever it was. And this idea of thinking about money from such a totally different perspective, because so many of us are raised with there's not enough money, money doesn't grow on trees, don't be wasteful with your money, that we create this stifle around the flow of money. And so here we are in the full moon eclipse in Taurus, where we are being asked to really shift, because the Taurus steams, goes full steam ahead, right? The Taurus, now not like a bull in a china shop, because there's research to suggest that bulls are very delicate when they're like in around obstacles, that they don't knock stuff over, and you can check Mythbusters for that. This is what happens when you raise boys. But going full steam ahead, and knowing that you are on the path, right? That you're staying in your lane, and that you are opening up the flow with the hose, that energetic hose of money, that money comes to you easily and often, and that you have a fabulous financial forecast for your family's financial future. It's a lot of F's in there, but you know what? It really does work. And so I don't put confetti or glitter in with my bills, and I don't write little notes, but I do take the time when I look at the bill and I say, thank you. And especially like in June or July in Florida, where it can be really hot and the electricity might be those bills. But I'll take a second and I'll think about the month, and I say, we really used our air conditioning a lot this month because it was hot. And I am so grateful that we had that opportunity to have good working air conditioning in the house, and that we were able to be safe and comfortable and not have to be outside, and that puts me in a place of gratitude. And I say, that was worth however much money it went to write the check or go online and pay it and say, thank you, electric company. And, we are also enrolled in a program that does carbon offshoots for our electric, so that our electric bill also buys carbon offsets and invests in solar power here in Florida. So that's, that makes me happy when I pay the bill. I'm like, I know I'm helping to, shift away from fossil fuels and making, that little impact. And I'm always acutely aware that my impact may be small, but it still counts. And this is one of the things that we talked about last week about the ripples on the water and how the impact that we make. Our impact doesn't have to be mega, but we do need to get in the water. We need to make a ripple. And so while my little, contribution each month to the solar farms may not make a humongous difference, I know I'm one of thousands of people here in the state of Florida that are part of this program. And so we all together can make a big difference. And so this is the things I wanted to really put and was really pressed on me to add into it. And the dogs agree, because clearly they're very excited about all of this, that this is the time for us to really look at how do we think about money? What kind of energy are we putting around money? Does money come to you easily and often? Well, if it does, yay! And if it doesn't, why not? And it isn't about a job. It isn't about the reality, the details that we see before us, right? The reality is not the details that we see before us. The reality is the energetic mix that we are contributing. What are we sending out? What are we putting out? Is your heart open? When I tell people in classes, I say, raise your arms, and they inevitably look like they're going to score a touchdown, right? Like, raise your arms. I'm like, no, don't raise your arms. Like, put your arms up. Open the bottle, open the vessel, open your arms wide, open the vessel of your energy so that blessings can come in. And I've taught about this before, opening that vessel, opening ourselves to the energy. We can't crimp off the fire hose and expect still energetic flow to come through. We can't crimp off that energetic flow and expect blessings to come through. Open your heart, open the vessel, open the hose, and repeat the mantra. And if it's not my mantra, if mine works for you, great, have it. Happy to share. Go bless. But find a money mantra. Money comes to me easily and often. I have a fabulous financial forecast for my family's financial future that leads to wealth and abundance and stability and the ability to help others along the way. Okay? Find something that works for you, but this is the moment that this is the full moon eclipse when all of these feelings and these thoughts about money, I got to tell you, my brain has been going like all over the place. This whole, hi Gina, my brain has been going all over the place about different money ideas, and am I going to stay in this position, or am I going to move to this position, and what do I want to do? And I finally had to say to myself, okay, got to breathe it. And I got to just take everything and write it down, because here's the other thing. I don't want to make a decision about major change in my world in an eclipse. I want to be aware of what's being brought to the surface. I want to be aware of what's being shown to me, the images, the thoughts. I'm cataloging them. I'm acknowledging them. I'm writing them down. I'm making sure I'm paying attention to what Spirit is bringing into me regarding finance and money. but I'm not worried about, like, I got to make a decision while we're in eclipse. Because making a major life decision while we're in eclipse is kind of like making a major life decision while we're in Mercury retrograde. It's not a good plan. But taking in the information and really allowing it to be thoughtful, so that you are looking at, like, oh, I have a crappy money, like, relationship with money because I don't trust it. Like, oh, okay, so, well, where is that coming from? Well, that's coming from, the places where I, worked and got paid or didn't get paid what I was worth, or, didn't get paid, jobs were pulled out from under me, or whatever it was. Like, where does that money insecurity come from? It comes from never having enough. Okay, well, so for me growing up, my father was always like, if I have money, we all have money. There's going to be enough. We're always going to have enough. Whereas my mom was, raised in a totally different way. If there was never enough, that we have, we could, like, own the bank and it would still not be enough, because that was how she was raised, with that, never enough philosophy. And it's like, okay, well, this is where my money language comes from. Where do I actually fit in the middle? Like, what's been my experience with money? And the more I created this understanding of my history with money and my relationship with money, and, the fact is that at this age in my life, yeah, there's been bills that have been late, but I have 100% track record of paying the bills. Like, the bills have always been paid. There's nothing that, like, we've never been evicted. We've never been, like, okay, we one time had the phone turned off. But, the bills have always been paid. And so we look at that and we say, oh, well, my track record is actually good because we've always gotten it done somehow. And so I can stand in confidence of that and say, all right, well, whatever happens, I know that we're okay. And it shifts your feelings about money, and it shifts what you believe about your ability to handle money. Have we all made money mistakes? Yeah, I have. I've certainly invested, money in stupid ass stuff, and, and spent money when I shouldn't have. But we forgive ourselves, and we create this different dialogue around money, that it's a relationship. It's not bondage. It's not restrictive. It's not meant to be slavery. That money wants to come to us. And the reality is that there is so much money available out in the universe for everybody, that when we can change our views about money and open up that fire hose and change our views about how money flows to us, we can dynamically and dramatically change our life, our personal world. And that changes the ripples that we send out to the rest of the people that are all around us. We have to change. What did Gandhi said? Be the change you want to see in the world. I want to see everybody be, like, financially stable and abundant, and I want to see nobody living in poverty. But that means that I have to live my best life so that I can help others to do the same, which is where this is coming in from today. As we're coming into this full moon eclipse, this is the time to really sit down and take stock of your relationship with money. What do you really believe, and where do those beliefs come from? Take note of what changes you could make around money to help you be more abundant in your financial flow. I'm not saying make the changes. You may want to wait until Thursday or Friday of this week before you pull the trigger on stuff, because you want to make sure that you're not making a knee-jerk reaction decision in an eclipse where the energy is enhanced, increased. It feels more like, can feel much more intense. Make sure you get your feet back on the ground after the full moon window closes. But use this full moon time to really change and take stock and assess who you are with money, how you relate to money, and what money opinions, money relationships you have, so that you can go forward with abundance. When I changed my relationship with money to be about a relationship, a love relationship, thank you, money, for coming into my life. It's like somebody brought you flowers. Changing that relationship to be, instead of burdensome, to be blessing, so that you are looking at your relationship with money, that every time money comes to you, it's a gift, like your romantic partner gave you a gift, and every time money goes out from you, you are giving that money, that gift back. You change the energy of money, around money, to be of love and gratitude, and watch how it changes what is going on for you regarding money flowing to you and through you. It makes a tremendous difference. And remember, having a money mantra, even when I didn't have money, I had a money mantra, because having a money mantra helps open up that fire hose and opens and lets money flow. Because I had a money mantra even before I had money, and I had the money mantra that allowed the universe to start filling in and bringing the money in to fill my mantra. Money comes to me easily and often, and I have a fabulous financial forecast for my family's financial future, with blessing and abundance and financial stability for myself and those around me. I know, if you watched from the very beginning, it's been a little different every time, and that is okay, because I can't get it the same, like, I can't even tie my shoes the same way. So that's okay. But you have the gist, and the universe understands that I am saying thank you for whatever money blessings that are coming my way. Okay, so this is, hello, eclipse for your birthday. Oh my goodness, Petey, that is exciting. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. So, all right, so let me, because they get me like squeezing my head, right, that I got to share this with you all, that this was so important. Also, I want to make sure that we're looking at an animal spirit card today. That came in really important, that we were supposed to get an animal spirit card. So we've got the messages from Spirit deck from Stephen Farmer. We love his deck. And so we're going to be able to do an animal spirit card, and then we're going to do some collective card reading. So we're going to do a card reading for the collective, and then, so here's the thing, I'm setting some guidelines today, right, because we're in an eclipse, and this is so important. I want you, when we get to the point where you can ask for your personal card readings, we're not there yet, but when we get to the point where we're going to ask for personal card readings, I want you to ask a specific question. You don't have to share the question with everybody, but I want you to have a question in your mind. When you say to me, pull a card for me, not yet, when you say to me, pull a card for me, I want you to be able to say in your mind, what do I need to know for my highest and best purpose about blank situation, whatever it is, okay? You don't have to tell the group. If you want to, fine, you don't have to, but I want you to have a specific question in your mind about what do you need to know for your highest and best good about whatever that situation is, so the cards can be more effective for you and not just like general information about what's going on in your life. Something specific. This is eclipse. This is full moon. Let's get like serious. Like, this is the time to get some serious hardcore information about what's going on. So if you have a specific question, and if you don't, that's okay. That's okay. But if you have a specific question about an issue that's going on in your life, you don't have to share it with the group, but have that question in your mind when you say, I would like a card, please. Have that question in your mind. I would like to know more information. What do I need to know for my highest and best good about blank situation? Okay? So we're going to have that, because I want really to take advantage of this eclipse energy for you and really make sure we're getting a very targeted card reading for you today. So we're going to start with Goose. So this is the Goose Animal Spirit card, and it says, take time, I just had to read it, it says, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. And I love this because this is a reminder of what we've been talking about, that it's important to stop and listen, right? It's important to stop and listen. And so here you are. We don't have to make all those big money decisions right now. I want you to take the time to listen and to feel. And when we rest and we get quiet is when we can really feel what's going on in our bodies, and we can listen to the answers that are coming from us. And when you sit down and you say, well, what is my money? You know, what are my beliefs about money? Something's going to pop into your head. Something's going to come in so fast. And our inclination is to be like, well, no, I'm making that up, or that's just wishful thinking, or, whatever. The first thing that pops into your head, I promise you, is not from you. Ego takes the beat. Spirit does not. When we ask a question to higher guidance and we say, well, what do I need to know? Oh, and that answer comes in before you can even finish forming the question in your mind. That's spirit. That's higher guidance. That's your higher self, your guides, your angels, your loved ones, whatever it is. That's coming from above. Okay, when you ask a question, well, what do I need to know about this? And do I really want to do this? And you're like, well, okay. That's ego. Okay, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, ego. I'm just saying that that's us. That's coming from us and not from above. If the answer comes in like so fast, then that's coming from something external to you. When the answer comes in and it kind of, you like, okay, that's from ourself. That's coming from our own mind, from our own brain. Okay, so it's important to know the difference, because when we ask a question, when we sit in an eclipse and we sit in this accentuated energy, I'm having trouble with words today, when we sit in this accentuated energy and we say, what do I need to know? That first thing that comes in, so often we're in that place of we're like, no, 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 no. You're like dismissing it. Don't dismiss it, because that stuff that comes in so fast, that's the stuff that you really want to grab hold of and go, oh yeah? Oh, okay. Well, let me write that down. Tell me more about it. This is the stuff that comes from higher mind. Okay, this is the stuff that we want to grab onto, because it's so easy for us to be like, oh no, I'm making that stuff up. But you're not. And people say, oh, it's imagination. Well, so what? How do you think that spirit is communicating with you? They use our imagination. They're going to use everything that we have available to be able to communicate with us. And I tell the people that I sit with in mediumship that it is that this is me playing a game of charades in my head. That's really what it is. So I want the spirit to use every ability that I may have: sight, smell, touch, hear, you feel, knowing. I want them to use all of it so that they can communicate with me more effectively. Now, before we go into the collective card reading, I just want to remind everybody, because I totally forgot to start with that first. I got so excited about the eclipse energy. This Thursday night, we're doing Conversations with Spirit. Tickets are $24 through Venmo or whatever. Venmo is preferred, but I'll do Zelle or whatever. But it is to raise money for the Dougie Center in Portland, Oregon. It is a grief counseling center for children. There are so many different opportunities and programs for adults dealing with grief. There are very few dealing that provide information and programs for children. I'm so excited that Dougie Center also has offshoots here in Florida, and once those programs get back up on their feet after the hurricane, because they're on the west coast of the state, I look forward to working with them as well. But this is a fundraiser for the Dougie Center in Oregon. This program has been so successful. It has been spawned over 500 times around the world. And so this is an opportunity for you to get a mediumship message rather than a card reading. This is a mediumship message for you from a loved one. There's not a guarantee that you'll get a reading if you buy the ticket, but I do want to try and get as many readings for people as I possibly can. And we'll also have some conversation around what is mediumship and what is the Dougie Center as well. So this is going to be this Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Tickets are $24. There's still room, so if you have if you'd like to have a little mini mediumship reading with me, this is a great opportunity to do that and help a great cause. So this Thursday. All right, so our next our next cards are Orphaned, and I love this. We've had this card come up a lot recently. Almost I feel like it's come up at least once in the last couple of weeks. And Orphaned is not about being abandoned. Orphaned is about coming into ourselves, gathering ourselves into ourselves to really get to know ourselves better, to be able to stand up on our own 2 feet, to realize that while we may not be alone in the world, sometimes it may feel like that, we are not alone in the world, but that we do have to stand on our own, and that this is the reminder for us to gather in and to be able to take stock of ourselves and get to know ourselves. Okay, so this is not a negative card. Orphan reminds us, and it goes right along with the Goose card, which reminds us to take some time to rest. The Orphan card reminds us to get into our head and into our heart and really get to know what's going on with ourselves without external influences. And this is so, and I mean external physical worldly influences like other humans. And this is a great opportunity for us to really connect with spirit, which is what we're talking about here in this time of eclipse. Hi, Patty. All right, so the next card comes in is Truth Be Told, and it comes in that protection mode. That protection mode is upside down. So Truth Be Told is this place where what are we willing to see? What are we not seeing? And I love that this goes along with the Orphan card, because it really is about getting into ourselves and looking inside. And so here comes the Truth Be Told card that says, hey, you've got to really take a look inside. You've got to really see what's going on for you so that you are able to see, like, what is it that you've been unwilling to see? And so here we are in this time of this eclipse with money as the center of it. What have you been unwilling to see about money? So this is really an important time and I love that these cards are fitting right in. Take some time to sit quietly. The goose reminds us to rest and not to push forward through this time, but to really sit down and receive the information. Orphan reminds us to really go inside and connect with our higher guidance, connect with ourself. What is our true heart's desire? And what are we truly telling ourselves? What do we really believe about money right now? And then we have Truth Be Told that says, what are you not seeing? What have you been unwilling to see? That this is the time for you to really take that moment to go inside and get quiet and say, okay, what have I been unwilling to see? What do I really need to learn about my relationship with money and my personal beliefs around money? This is really important. And then you have the last card for the collective is going to be the building blocks. And I love this. Look at this. It just fits right in alignment because it comes in right side up, first of all. But second of all, building blocks, everything that you're doing, everything that we're talking about doing is about building, setting up and taking a look at what's going on so that you have the building blocks. You have the knowledge of how you think about money and where those views come from and how you can create your mantra so that you also will have a fabulous financial forecast for your financial future, for your family, and the blessing and abundance for your family and those around you. This is so important because if you're doing these things that we have talked about, then you are going to have the building blocks ready in your hand. You will have the building blocks so that you can move forward after the eclipse is over and after the intensity of the full moon energy has passed, so that you can then move forward on Thursday or Friday and say, okay, this is what I learned about myself with my relationship with money, and this is what I'd like to share. This is what I'd like to shift, and how I view money and how I talk about money. And here's my mantra. You have the building blocks. What is your relationship with money? Where did those beliefs come from? How can you shift them? And can you create a money mantra so that when you are going forward on Thursday and Friday, you start saying your money mantra. Money comes to me easily and often, and I have a fabulous financial forecast for my family's financial future to help create blessing and abundance and financial stability for myself and all of those around me. I know, a little different every time, but basically the same thing. Okay, these are the building blocks. And so I love that the cards are telling us exactly the story that we've been talking about and exactly the story that we need to hear right now. Okay, we need to hear this story. So, all right, I'm going to take a drink of water and then we're going to shift into the individual card readings. Now, remember what I said. Remember what I said, that right now, this is the time for you to be thinking, what do I need to know for my highest and best good about blank situation? Okay, you don't have to tell me the situation, but have that. No, hey, listen, you Speedy Gonzaleses, hold on for a second. Hold on. We're not ready. all you people who are jumping in, I'm guessing you all already have your questions. So, what do I need to know for my highest and best good about X situation? Okay, what do I need to know for my highest and best good about this situation to help me move forward on my path? This is a question I ask every single day. What do I need to know for my highest and best good about X situation to help me move forward on my path? All right, so we got some jumper cards. I'm going to put those to the side. We're going to get those in a second. Actually, we're going to do this right now because this is I love it because the two jumper cards that come out. The first card is why. You got to know why you're asking for a card. You got to know why you're asking for a card. Hi, Shanta. Great to see your name pop up. I hope you're feeling good. And then the other card that jumped out was clean it up. We've got to clean up our thoughts around money, right? We've got to clean it up. So knowing why you want to have a card, make sure you are cleaning up your thoughts around money. Make sure that you are cleaning up your thoughts around whatever that situation is. That clean it up, it's also referring to getting clear about whatever it is that you're asking for information about for today. You've got to get clear, right? Okay, so make sure your thoughts are clear. We're going to start pulling cards right. We're going to pull for... We're going to start with Valencia, came in first, and then we're going to, yeah, good luck. Sorry, kids are leaving. So Alexis has got an audition. We're very excited. So Yes, now total strangers, no. We're going to start with Valencia. So, all right, so Valencia, we have this card that I pulled for you before the kids started to walk out the door. Valencia, this is Truth Be Told. So it comes up right again. So for Valencia, it comes up Truth Be Told, comes up right side up. So this is reminding you, Valencia, that whatever it is that your situation is, that you've asked for information about the highest and best good for your situation, for you to be able to move forward. This is about making sure that you are willing to receive the information, and this is about making sure that you are keeping your mind open, okay? This is a reminder not to assume that you know everything that's going on, a reminder that you don't, to not try and mind read other people, right? This is about allowing information to flow into you naturally and with love and gratitude, and not prejudging what's going on around you, not prejudging what is your assumptions of what other people are thinking. So this is that Truth Be Told card for you, okay? All right, so the next one we're going to have is Michelle. Ellie, I see you over there. All right, so Michelle, we have a jumper for you also. So Michelle K, Michelle Krantz, this is going to be the Fates. So Michelle Krantz, this is that reminder to allow that information to flow in, right? When that information flows in, it's hard to lean in. It's hard to trust it. It can be hard for you to trust that and to because it's not facts and figures. And so what they're talking about for you with the Fates is to really make sure that you are allowing yourself to welcome that external influence, that higher guidance influence, to allow that to really be a presence in your life, okay? Because they're with you, and they're trying to show you that they're walking step for step with you, okay? When you're going, because it feels like you have a lot of this stuff, like you're organized and you have a lot of things like set out, like you've got a plan. And so what they're talking about is that you don't have to go it alone, okay? So it feels like you've got a plan. I feel like there's the path is mapped out for you. I feel like I'm looking kind of at a Monopoly board with you. But they're talking about that you don't have to go it alone, and that it's really important for you to allow that higher guidance to wrap arms around you and to help walk with you along the way. Yes? Okay. All right. So hang on. Where did everybody go? Okay. For some reason it popped back up. Okay. So that's Michelle Krantz. We're going to do Gina, and uh-oh, what's going on over here? Oh, hang on a second. Oh, look, we've got spammers. Hold on for a second. I got to block a spammer. Oops. Got to block a spammer. On Subo. Ban. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys. You're welcome. Oh my goodness. They get in there so quick. Okay. So let me go back. All right. So Gina, sorry about that. Gina. Gina. Okay. Oh, look at that. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. Gina, imagine. So this is card number, what card number is this? This is card number 20. So Gina, imagine possibilities. Allow your mind to expand. So as you're sitting and you're doing some thinking over this next 24, 48 hours, allow your heart to expand. Allow your mind to expand. Because it feels like you've got this idea in your head that I would like to achieve this, but it's in a box, and what Spirit is offering is so much more than that. And if you can allow the expansion of what you have imagined, that when we're asking for Spirit to guide us and to have help for us, one of the things we want to tack on at the end is this or something more. We want to open the door for them to be able to bless us with more. We want to be able to open the door for them to do more than what we can even imagine or think. And so when we get this idea in our head that it has to be like this is it, this is all that's going to be, and then we close off their ability to help guide us in a higher way than what we might even be able to understand right now. So Gina, this is the card that's really reminding you that this or something more, that there's many things that are waiting for you outside of the box that you are thinking. You're thinking on the right track. I'm just saying, open the back doors, like we're coming in this way, open the back doors to let them really flow, to be able to do more for you than what you are even expecting, okay? All right, so we're going to go to Shanta, and then we're going to switch over to Instagram for my friend Ellie. So we're going to do Shanta. And so for Shanta, we've got serendipity that comes in upside down. So in protection, and serendipity is card number 18. So this is 1 and 8 is 9. So serendipity, there's things that are coming. They're trying to bring you to fruition, Shanta. They're trying to bring you to the end of a journey. They're trying to show you, I feel like almost there's a bridge. Like you've come to this bridge and they're trying to show you with these serendipitous events, these things that feel like coincidence, that are trying to show you which way to go once you cross this bridge. There's a piece of a door that's closing. I don't feel like it closes forever, but there's definitely the end of a chapter here that is allowing you to step into the next place, the next phase, and that this is the guidance for you to say, hey, we're trying to show you with serendipitous events when you cross this bridge, left or right. Okay, now the bridge is not going to disappear behind you because I don't feel like that this is the end of the chapter, like close and lock the door. But this is a reminder that they're trying to guide you to go forward because there is a new phase of life that's starting for you. There is a new opportunity that's ahead of you, and they're trying to point you in the right direction. So it's good to let them. You don't, remember, humans have free will, but there is serendipitous events and coincidences and things that are happening around for you that they're talking about being able to guide you in a more strategic way that's going to be more abundant for you. So follow the coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, but follow the synchronicities. They won't lead you in the wrong way. All right, so Ellen Jane, you're going to be next after we go over to my friend Ellen on Instagram. And if you're not following Ellie Wellness on Instagram, you absolutely should, because she does amazing yoga videos every day. And she posts amazing quotes and things that make me smile. So Ellie, imagine. So this is, where are you coming into the next phase? There's a new phase for you. There's a next step for you. I feel like you've been sitting on laurels, even though I know you're out there doing your amazing yoga videos every single day, and I am impressed and jealous. This is in a good way. But this is, what is the next step for you? What is the next step? I feel like you have been sitting where you are and kind of riding that wave about it. And so this is really, this question is, what is it that's next for you? Because there's another phase here. There's another step up or step out for you, Ellie. And I really want to encourage you to take some time to think about, like, well, where do I want to take this? Like, you have this beautiful platform. What are you going to do with it? Because it's time for you to step into the next place. So, mwah, I hope the chills are a good thing. Ellie says she has chills. I hope it's a good thing. All right, so let's go. All right, we're going to come back to Gina. Did we get Gina? Did I skip Gina? Okay, Ellen, if I skipped Gina, somebody let me know, please. All right. Gina. No, yes. Okay, Gina, I'm not sure if I skipped you. Please let me know. We're going to go to Ellen. Ellen. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to Ellen. And Chris thinks I missed Patty. Oh, my apologies. We'll try and we will get back to that. Okay, so Ellen, Jane. Okay, so here you go, guys. Truth be told, it's coming up again. So Ellen, you've got this question in your mind, and what they're talking about is the same you've heard me say to a couple other people already, is what is it that you are not willing to see, the truth of that situation. Allow yourself to expand your thinking, allow spirit to come in and be more present in this conversation for you so that you can be able to really move forward with abundance and clarity. So this is about not prejudging. This is about not using your preconceived notions to decide and judge what the situation is, and allowing yourself to come from an open heart. Okay, so that's for Ellen, allowing yourself to come from an open heart. All right, so Chris Judd is going to be next. Let me give these another shuffle just because. If Spirit wants to bring up a card, it won't matter how many times I shuffle, now will it? All right. So, all right. So, Chris Judd, this is Treasure Island. Oh, I love this card because it's talking about moving and shifting and stepping into, or swimming, as this case may be, into a new situation, but that you have everything you need is already with you, inside of you, or on your back. You have everything you need to be successful in this. So stop doubting yourself and swim forward. Ha ha ha, it's a turtle. Swim forward with confidence. You have everything that you need to be able to move forward in this situation. So this is a matter of stop doubting yourself and trust spirit and trust yourself, and know that you have all the tools, all the equipment. You have everything you need to go forward, my friend. So, all right. So Patty. Oh, Patty, did we miss you? Let's see if we can get some comments here. Valencia, you're welcome. Michelle, you're welcome. Gina, you are welcome. I guess I did not skip you. Shanta, you're welcome. Okay, so Karen Fisher. Hi. All right. PT, I won't forget you. I didn't skip Gina. That's good. All right. So I did Gina. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So we're going to do Karen. Karen Fisher. We have Karen Fisher. Poised. I love this card. Okay. So here's the thing. Karen, this is poised. The card number is 48. So 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So this is new journeys, new adventures, but also angelic intervention, that knowing that you have angelic support around you. Now, here's what I love about this. This card says poised. Does she look poised to you? She does not. She looks like she is jubilant. She is jubilant. She is celebrating. She is rejoicing. She is enjoying. She is abundant. And look at her arms. She is open to the universe. She is open. She's not closed. She is open to the universe. So Karen Fisher, this is about remembering your joy, staying in the path of the joy. It's like breadcrumbs. Follow the joy. Follow the joy. Follow the joy. Keeping your heart open, your arms open, knowing that abundance is coming to you. This is not about being poised. This is about, you can be poised on the outside, but on the inside, you got to be like, right? I love that scene at the end of, I guess it's toward the end of Love Actually, right? This wonderful movie with all the different people in it. And Laura Linney finally gets to, take the gorgeous guy home with her. And she's like, okay, great. And she goes into her apartment. She goes around the corner. And she's like, that he's in her apartment. And then she comes back around. And she goes, okay, well, that's done. And this is what we're talking about, right? So don't be afraid to be in joy. Karen, don't be afraid to celebrate you, to celebrate the blessings. You might have to do it privately, like around, so you're not upsetting other people who might, maybe not share the joy. But it's good for you to be in the joy. Celebrate the joy. This is a time of joy and a time of abundance. There is plenty. This is an abundant card. Look how many blessings are raining down on her. This is an abundant card. Keep your heart open. Stay the course. Follow the joy. You are absolutely on the right track, my friend. All right, PT for the birthday. Oh, that card just jumped right out at me. All right, we're going to take that card. Happy birthday, my good friend. Happy birthday to PT. And please correct me if I'm saying it wrong. I hope I'm saying it right. But I love this because this is Unfinished Symphony. And this card is number 10. This is Unfinished Symphony, my friend. So this is a reminder that you're on the right track. This is absolutely a reminder that you're on the right track. You're going the right direction. But it's, don't give up before you get to the end, right? Don't give up before you get to the end. Look at this beautiful thing. You're flying through the universe. You have got all the sun in the sky. Don't give up because you're going the right direction, okay? So you're very close to the goal. You're very close to the finish line. You're very close to fruition, it's like you've almost got it. It's, and they work with me so much in those images from movies and things like that, because that stuff that resonates with me, especially being empathic, I just really sink into those, into the emotions in movies. And what they're showing me right now is this image of Harry Potter in the first movie where he's reaching out, he's on the Quidditch team, and he's going to catch the snitch, and he's reaching, and he catches it. And this is where I feel like you are, as I feel like you are so close. Don't lose sight. Don't get distracted. Stay on track because you are so close to that victory, my friend. You are so close to the victory. And I think also, okay, so there's just a reminder that's in there about just making sure your health is a priority, that you're taking good care of your health, and that you are not, putting self-care is first is important. Putting self-care as more of a priority is the feeling and the reminder that I have for you. So I hope this blesses you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and thank you for choosing to spend some of it with us. Okay, Bridget. All right, so I did not skip Gina. Yay, everybody. All right, we're going to do Bridget, and hi, Irma. Yay to celebrations. Oh, I love, actually, this is like the best movie. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. And Irma, and I think we lost Patty. Are you still with us? Patty, let me know if you're still with us so we can get you in there. Bridget, we're going to do Bridget. And Patty, I'm not sure if you're still here. Let me know if you're still here. Okay. Awesome. All right, so where am I? Bridget McLaughlin-Smith, my friend. Hello. Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey. This is the Milk and Honey card, and this is card 51, so 5 and 1 is 6, but this card comes in upside down. So this is this reminder that you have abundance laid in front of you. Don't miss it. Don't overlook it. There's abundance laid at your feet. There's abundance laid in front of you. It may not look like what you expected, but there is abundance laid in front of you. All you've got to do is welcome it in, right? We've got to be able to open our eyes and say, well, this may not be what I ordered on the menu, but boy, is it good, okay? Sometimes we get that thing where we are like, this is what I asked the universe to bring me, and of course it's never going to look exactly like what we think it's going to be. And so we get this thing where we're like, well, it must not be good because it's not what I asked for, so it must not measure up. But, you know, we get that judgment in our mind because we're kind of used to being disappointed a lot, right? So when we look at that, you're like, well, maybe it's better. What if it's better? And so here I'm just to remind you that you have this opportunity that is so much about, there is abundance and bounty laid in front of you, but take away the film of what you expected it to look like because it is going to be better. It is going to be better. All right, so Irma, we're going to have Irma. And yay, Patty. Okay, so we're going to have Irma, we're going to get Patty, and also, okay, and we just did Bridget. Yay! Okay, so we're going to do Irma and Patty, right? Okay, excellent. Okay, so Irma and Patty. So, and thanks for hanging in there with me, Patty. I'm sorry you got skipped. And I always appreciate all of you that stay to the end because, you know what, your energy helps everybody. And, you know, you may get something from a card reading that isn't yours that is really applicable to you. That maybe is some kind of a message that you needed to hear as well. So I'm always so grateful for those of you that stay to the end, even if you've already gotten your card. That's so supportive of the community and so supportive of each other and of me and the energy that it takes to do this work. And I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. So Irma, this is peace. This card is 23, which is 2 and 3 is 5. And this card is peace. This card is about peace. And so I know there's been some health challenges for you, my friend. And so I'm hoping that this is, I'm feeling like this is moving into a place of stability and a place of recovery and a place of, complacent is not the word, but calm. Definitely a place of calm where you have been working and struggling and pushing and doing the hard work of being alive. And that this is a reminder that there is smooth sailing that's coming, that there's peace that's coming. And especially this reminder that we've had before from the start of our time today of the goose card and the orphan card and the being able to see it clear, truth be told. So that you are being reminded to take that time to rest, heal, to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to get that information from coming from inside, to connect with those higher guidances, and know that this is the time that's going to bring peace into your world. And so this is beautiful. This is such a great moment for that transition for you that's going to be, especially after this eclipse, that things are going to calm down, which is wonderful, because I know we wouldn't we all love that? So, oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. Yay. Okay, so we're going to get to Patty. Yay for Patty. All right, Patty, and thank you for your patience. Gina, you are so welcome, my friend. I mean, Ellie, you are so welcome, my friend. Gina, you're welcome too, but Ellie, you are so welcome, my friend. All right, so last one, we've got Patty, who's been very patient, is a change in the wind. Change in the wind, Patty. This is card number 12, so 1 and 2 is 3. So this is stepping forward, knowing that angelic support is around you, angelic, wisdom and guidance. All you got to do is open that door and let them come in, ask them to come in. But this is this change in the wind. This is new doors are opening for you, and really which one is going to be completely up to you. So what I feel in my mind is what I'm seeing is, those long hallways in cartoons where they like all these doors, and people are like open doors and crossing and open doors and closing doors and open doors. So Patty, there's a billion doors for you, and it's just a matter of choosing the one that feels right for you. And also there's this reminder that even though the hallway is long, you don't have to walk all the way down there. You're not going to miss something if you don't go all the way down and check them all out. This is just following your intuition, allowing that higher guidance to be part of who you are, and following like, this feels right to me. This feels right to me. Following what feels in your body, what feels right for you. Because we all have this intuition. We all have this ability to feel what's going on. Allowing ourselves to trust it. Right? That's the harder part, right? Is allowing ourselves to trust what we feel, what we think, what we see, what we are, I say think and see, I'm not meaning in the human, I'm meaning from above, right? Allowing ourselves to trust what we are receiving around us. So, Patty, there's a lot of opportunity in front of you, my friend, and there's not a wrong move to be made, okay? Change is coming. Change is good. Okay, we always, as we're so conditioned to this place of like, change, Lord. And I'm saying to you, change is coming, but change is good. Okay, so allowing yourself to, Princess Blue, we're going to like ban you from bye-bye. Goodbye. See you, bye. Okay, so sorry about that. Patty, change is coming, but change is good. Okay, embrace it, be open to it, allow it to unfold. It's good for all of us, but as we are coming into this eclipse, this is all about money and your relationship with money. And so I wish you a romantic and passionate, joy and gratitude filled relationship with money. Remember that our live mediumship demonstration is going to be this Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Tickets are required. It's $24. Usually to get a session with me, it's about 5 times that much. So this is a great opportunity to get an individual reading in a group setting, to be able to connect with some loved ones and raise some money for a great cause for the Dougie Center. So you can DM me, or you can see my website for payment information. Venmo is what we're using because they had the QR thing you could scan. But if that doesn't work for you, let me know and we'll figure it out. So I look forward to seeing all of you on Zoom. It'd be so nice to see your faces on Thursday night for our fundraiser for the Dougie Center for live mediumship readings, and I can't wait to be back with you on so there will be no meditation on Thursday because we'll be doing the event for the Dougie Center. So there will be no meditation this Thursday, but I will be back with you on Monday. I look forward to being back with you. Most of my travel is done now until after the holidays, so I'm really looking forward to being back with you all soon, and I hope you have a great evening, and always just remember how very much you are loved. Mwah.